G'day everybody, I want to talk about recycling. And how do you get a lazy human, because most of them are, to recycle and to recycle certain things. Now we've easily got the lazy people and most of the humans, lazy or not, but really most are lazy. That's why you get the bad leaders, right? As they can't think for themselves, they're too busy in other areas and stuff like that. Makes them lazy, however you want to put it. In the end, it's not getting done, right? So we'll put it down as collectively lazy, because what I'm about to speak about, there is a way to recycle, but it just ain't working. I've heard all about it. In fact, I've never gone and recycled myself through that way, as they're even hard to find, and not everyone can get to places, right? And usually the poor are the ones that need to recycle, as they usually get their shit to recycle. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't last and it needs to go away, right? As when you have money, it's meant to last, isn't it? But we are in more of a throwaway, so we got rich and poor joining in this area, right? As the rich, what I'm about to talk about, are just as bad if they don't want to think, and a lot of them don't care and just buy because money's not a problem. Right? So what am I talking about? Batteries! Batteries! Now why did I just chuck some batteries in the recycling bin? Now I can chuck them in the regular bin, but if I chuck them in the regular bin, they'll go to landfill, yes, and they won't be recycled at all. They won't even be seen, right? So how could I fix the problem? So what I just did is I just chucked some batteries in the recycling bin. Perhaps I might pull them out later. Who knows? Perhaps I might take my fingerprints off them, as I know a lot of people want to come and get me on something, and they would go through my bin or tell someone about a certain area and go through my bin and don't do something because he's an asshole and he's not here to help, right? More likely they're the asshole. Right? But anyway, I chucked some batteries. There are ones, about 8 of them or so, out of the controller for a helicopter. You know, little flying helicopters there. Found the cord yesterday, now I can't find it. So it's got to sit there for a moment. It's got a little bit of tape on it. USB plug to a little round little plug, but you need it for it. And I found it yesterday with the helicopter, and I thought I put it in a drawer, but it's not. It mysteriously goes away, you know, like a mysterious socks disappearance in our washing machines. So anyway, back to the batteries. And they're rusted a bit, the batteries. You got to remember to pull them out because they leak and then they cause more problems. And I left them in there and 2 of them leaked. But anyway, enough of all that. Back to how can we solve these batteries? I can give you an idea. In fact, I could come up with a few, but I'm stopping that at the moment because feeding the wolf only just keeps the wolf around, right? You only need to feed it later on if you believe it's coming to get you. But if it's already getting you and eating you and you're getting nowhere, you stop feeding the wolf. It doesn't work, right? Try something for a while and don't work, stop it. And so I won't give you the idea of the battery. Hopefully you guys out there can do it. If the person in the right areas aren't there, go tell them to get out and you can do it better. Right? Because I've got a few ways of getting these people to recycle these things. At a low cost, I get all that. And try not to do too much changes, right? That's what caused low cost. And then some education with it and try to get that out cheaply, right? To educate the people on how to do it, right? And try to make it look fun or rewarding in some sort of way. That makes them want to do it more and the circle continues, right? Batteries. So I chucked them into the recycling bin. Why would I? Don't do that. They're not recyclable. Yeah, but I might get them to look. If everyone starts doing it, this is how it works. Have you ever heard about the people that complain on the telephone get what they want, right? And so to get at these people, like I told them when it comes to laws that you don't like that the police enforce, you give them the laws back, like noise complaint. If anyone can do noise complaint and they're going around forcing people and you've got bully neighbours that like to call up or people in the street and to use this to bully you. So you're just mowing. This is what's happened to me. It continues to happen. You're just mowing and the next minute they call up and go, look, my baby's in bed. This person's mowing just because they want to bully you at 10 o'clock during the day, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. Appropriate times. And then they'll let the other dude up the road do the same noise. Right? So they leave these loopholes and laws. It's fucked. And the only way to stop it is to make a lot of people feel it. If only a few people are feeling it, they don't care. Right? We'll leave it there. It's working for us bad guys over here to do this, just to these little few, so we can still have it there. Right? Not enough complaints. Like I'll talk about when it comes to complaint line. Right? Not people. You complain all you want, one person. Sometimes you can get there. It depends on what you complain about. But usually, not enough. Right? And so I've chucked batteries in there because they'll see it. More likely they'll pull it out. They'll whinge a bit. It'll piss them off. And hopefully they'll fix it. Then everyone did it. Then what are they going to... We already know what they'll mainly do. They'll have a whinge to you. Right? And they'll go, you're fucking up and just not helping them enough. Right? Even though they don't do it back properly. They get you to do it. It's like the supermarket where there's no discount, no nothing, self-service now. Right? And then when this come out, food prices have only gone up. Huh? And then you hear about their profit rating. You get it? That's all it is. Pass the buck, pass the buck. Tell them to go get fucked. Sit on this and rotate, motherfucker. Now I'm chucking batteries in the fucking thing and I'm going to tell all my friends to do it. And I'm doing it for a reason, not to fucking be a nasty person like most of yous are. It's to get a point across. Right? If you want to come and find me for it, I'll talk about it and hopefully I can get my point across again. It's pity about the fine, right? Pity that you put a lot of effort in to get that fine to happen, right? Couldn't put it in other areas. Because the batteries, lazy people, they want to recycle, or most people, busy people too. I won't just say lazy, right? Busy, lazy, I don't think so. And when you're busy, you want to have a lazy outcome effect. Right? Don't you? Because you're busy. You don't want things to take too long. And so when it comes to go take batteries to somewhere, you got to store them, you got to stick them around. People like to clean, people don't like to store. If they do, they'll forget about it over time. Huh? Like I don't know where I was doing a lot of stuff yesterday, putting a lot away. And then I've got to try to think of that one thing. Where did I put it? Over here. I went here, there, everywhere at that time. Huh? And so you got to come up with a way of them to recycle. Like they do here, how you got to put these out every 2 weeks and this and this and that. I'm not going to start talking too much because I might give you some ideas, but I already know it can be fixed. And you can have a way where people can get the batteries to the right place from their front doorstep, from their bin system, right? Without costing too much. But you let me know if you know any ideas. Let me know how you tackle. I guess if you get your own idea, you can run off somewhere else. A lot of people say you might as well keep it to yourself. I must be a leech because I'm asking you to let me know. In a way, you're right. I already know my own thing. I just want to know if you know. I do questions all the time. These people go, you asked me a question. Well, it depends on who you are. You bullying me? I might ask you a question about something to see if you know anything. Because there's no use keep talking if you can't answer that question. You get it? You're wasting me time. I don't need questions answered from you at all. When you don't even answer the question, that answers the question. Right? In all sorts of forms. But anyway, have a good one out there. And how would you solve things? You can write them a letter. You can get on YouTube and talk about how to stop it. But everyone's done that. It hasn't worked. So what would you do to get it to work? You let me know in comments. See you later.